going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. On March 31st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to an assault in progress call. The officer met with complaining witness one, who stated that he, the defendant, and the other complaining witness were in a polyamorous relationship. The first complaining witness stated that the defendant had sent numerous texts and calls and showed up unannounced at the residence. The first complaining witness stated the defendant had struck him in the face while the defendant had a phone causing pain and a tooth to become loose. The second complaining witness stated the defendant arrived at the residence, and while complaining witness one was trying to calm down the situation, the defendant struck complaining witness one in the face, and in the process of breaking the fight, the second complaining witness was struck on the shoulder, causing pain.
But we only have the assault on the gentleman, correct?
But the assault's only on the, I'm sorry,
The gentleman.
I believe so,
You
Your
only
Honor.
got one count.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Blewett, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you, there's a protective order that has been issued in this case. You need to get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file additional charges against you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of any weapons. If you violate this, I will revoke the bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you, man. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Court appointed lawyer, court appointed.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Okay, I can have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see if you qualify. I need to know everything about you, how much money you have in the bank, how much money you work, and I'll take a look if you qualify. I'll have you sign a receipt. Victoria, Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application, and I'll have you take your seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond condition. Can you file no contact, no weapons, please?
Yes, Your Honor. So no contact, no weapons.
Yeah.
All right, Judge, next is page 3. Delane. Come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Delane. Sir, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On March 31st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer responded to a trespass at a gas station known for being a drug trafficking hotspot. Law enforcement officers witnessed surveillance footage of the defendant making multiple hand-to-hand transactions and throw something in his vehicle when the law enforcement officers originally approached the gas station. The law enforcement officers detained the defendant and approached the vehicle and witnessed 2 sacks of marijuana on the passenger floorboard area in plain view. A probable cause search was carried out, and the officers identified the 2 sacks on the passenger floorboard as marijuana. The total weight of marijuana was 76.37 grams.
Okay. Mr. Delay, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you not to go back to this gas station. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you now not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will put you in jail. Do you understand?
Good.
No more slinging. Do you understand? What do you do with yourself these days? Do you have a full-time job?
I'm doing application right now. I have an interview tomorrow.
Good. I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see that you have a full-time job. Do you understand? If you come back and you've done nothing, it's not going to go well. And I'm telling you, I'm going to drug test you within the next 50 days. If I find that you continue to use, it's not going to go well for you. You understand? All right. Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay, Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I'll have you sign a receipt, Victoria. You will then meet with Fleischer for your bond conditions. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons as well. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Go ahead and claim. All right, Judge, next is page 15. Phillips, come on up.
Mr. Delane, did you graduate from high school? What, you said 15? Vic,
He obtains GED.
what's
He
your,
obtains GED.
yeah, but hey, 15?
Oh, I'm sorry, Phillips is on page 15.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Phillips, you're charged with failure to stop and give information, leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, on September 1st, 2023, a law enforcement officer responded to Fleischer Stop and Give Information call in Harris County, Texas. The law enforcement officer made contact with the complaining witness, who stated that she was pulling into a parking lot of a corner food store and observed the defendant's vehicle reverse into her direction quickly. The vehicle then rammed into the rear driver's side of the complaining witness's motor vehicle. The defendant's vehicle then quickly shifted into drive and fled the parking lot. The complaining witness took a photo of the rear of the defendant's motor vehicle after the accident and provided the license plate to the law enforcement officer. Law enforcement officer found the motor vehicle registered to an address less than a mile away and traveled to that address and made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated he was at the food store with reversing out of the parking lot and struck the complaining witness. The defendant stated he fled without providing information because he did not have a driver's license. The defendant was identified with his Texas ID.
So can you run his license, please, just to make sure?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm just not showing the driver's license numbers, so I'm not sure if he is part of the license since then, but we don't have it in our system.
If you do not have a license, do not drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care that you have to go to work. I don't care that a baby needs to go to the hospital. I don't care there's a burning building and you need to save 50 kittens. If you don't have a license and liability insurance, do not drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today. This is the promise that you're going to make, that you're not going to drive. You cannot justify getting into a car for any reason. And if you do, you can be facing an additional 6 months in jail on a contempt charge. Every time you drive, it's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand? What do you do with yourself these days, Mr. Phillips?
I work and take care of my little sisters. My dad had recently passed away.
You have a full-time job?
Yes, sir.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I need you to qualify. I need you to fill out an application. I'll take a look to see if you qualify. I need to know everything about you. Do not drive, Mr. Phillips. If you want to drive, go get a license, get insurance, show me that you have these, and then we can talk. But until that point, don't do it. There's going to be HE double hockey sticks to pay if you do. You understand? All right, come on.
Judge, so it's just a no driving affidavit.
He's on for
Next judge is page 21. Wilkins, come on up.
Judge, to clarify on that first one, just no contact.
Correct.
Charges, yes.
No contact with complaining witness and then no weapons. Vic, what's the last name on the gentleman?
Wilkins, page 21.
You're Christopher Wilkins.
Yes, sir.
Wilkins, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On May 20th, 2024, officers were dispatched to the address of defendant's stepfather. The complaining was stated he confronted his son about missing items. The complaining was told the defendant to get ready for rehab. The complaining was noticed his jazz bass guitar was missing and observed his neighbor's cameras, which showed his son to leave the house. The total value of that guitar was $480. That was all I have on this one, Your Honor.
Do we know he did it?
Your Honor, it stated that there was.
So, okay, so dad is saying there are several items missing from the house.
Yes, Your Honor, including a guitar.
A bass guitar.
Bass guitar.
Anything else?
Yes.
Does dad call the cops on his own son?
Oh, Your Honor, it was.
Stop,
Oh, my fault.
stop. Don't
Fuck.
say a word. Are you losing? So why talk?
I'm not sure how the police were contacted here, Your Honor. It just says that they met and spoke with the complaining witness.
Another report written like it's just going through a drive-through.
So, Your Honor, the only thing I would say is, she's facing the VIMs. The defendant had initially declined any of the allegations, but later told his mother that one of the items that was stolen, which was a bicycle, was, later stolen from the defendant when he left it at his store.
But here he's charged with a bass guitar. What the?
Okay, Your Honor.
Have a pet lizard named George. Really? Mr. Wilkins, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward in your case. This life is a very short life. And when you start racking up convictions, it really hoses you. It's really hard enough as it is as a black man in today's society. And when you start racking up convictions, especially theft convictions where you branded a thief, do you think it helps? No, it doesn't. Get into school, get some knowledge, get a degree, find something to do, and make a lot of money. That's what life's about. Not ending up in court with a theft charge. You know what I mean? If you have a drug problem, address it before it becomes a real issue and it takes a hold and grabs you by the boo-boo. You know what I mean? Plenty of people in there. We don't need any more. Please.
That was the last arraignment, you know. Counsel for reset? Phillips? Clarifa? Clarifa?
Good morning, Mr. Huang.
Good morning, Judge.
What's going on with you?
I have requested a plea, but we don't have one yet, offer. So
We're talking about Quinn.
on my
H-U.
case,
Do you have an offer on the case?
One moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
Judge, what's the last one?
Bottom of page 8.
Clarifa?
Lewis? Please step on, Your Honor.
Yeah, take your time.
Go ahead and sign
I apologize, Judge. I was in court 4 and just sitting there for a while until.
Don't worry about it. You're good. We're glad that you made it. Did, hey, Vic,
Yes,
did Stradley come here today?
yes, he reset it.
He already left?
Huh?
He already left?
Yeah, he already left.
Okay. Because we need to do conditions. It's a second.
I can't hear you.
It's a DWI second. We need to do conditions. I know, but I still want to put conditions. He's gonna bond out, I would imagine, right? No, but I'm putting conditions first. I want to get conditions so we get a guardian interlock and now. Yeah, see, yeah, I mean, I want to put conditions on, you know? And if you can't say that we can give him someone in the interest for now, just for purposes of conditions, okay? It's okay, Tom. Shh. He can hear you.
Tom, I'm gonna send you an email on this one. I think we've got it worked out. Let me send you an email on it.
All right.
Just let me know when you're ready, okay? Hi.
Thank you, Judge. I just wait here in the link.
Come on up. Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on an off-docket matter. Is that okay?
Yes, okay, of course. What's your cost number?
There's two and Judge, hang on.
I forgot my eyeballs too.
There's a DWI and that's cause number 2556097. And there's a tampering.
This is on Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, sir.
Are you representing him on both?
I am, and Judge, we just realized, I'm sorry, my staff, I just filed the notice of appearance on the tampering. We didn't realize he had two.
We have you connected.
Okay.
It looks like he has an ice hole.
Well, yes and no, that's why we're in front of you. So he apparently posted maybe the PR bond here. ICE got him from the jail. He went to immigration.
Oh,
April 2nd, posted a bond there. But we've got two warrants. I believe these warrants are holding him. And so didn't know if, I think Harris County maybe has 10 days. I don't know for sure. They have a
So
certain number of
what
days.
happens is that he don't get notice, or I guess we didn't realize that he's in immigration. We assume that he's out, he's gone on the lam,
Right.
so
And he didn't
we
have
issued
a
a
order
warrant.
to tell you, Judge, so.
So he's made bond on the immigration case?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so I can reinstate these bonds now,
Okay.
but as soon as he gets out, he needs to come here immediately for bond
Of
conditions.
course, okay.
So we need to set a day.
What's the case number?
You ready?
Yep.
It's 2556097. There's two. I'll reinstate it now, but if he's not here by the next setting, let him know that I'm gonna end up revoking him because he needs to come here for bond conditions. I guess just pick if you want like maybe a week or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Did you get the cause number?
Yes.
There's two.
Anthony Hernandez?
Yeah, please reinstate both.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that is, I'll do the bond thing. Yes. There's three friends. He's on this one, I'll make sure on this document, his term threatened of the knowledge and it's doing right now. So, right, yes, yeah.
Rules discovery complete. Okay, what else? What do you? All right, how is the 26. The fence to be valid in discovery and also. Council for reset. Chris, did you get any financial affidavits?
Yeah, for sure. Um, just for. If it's on. You know. You mind having a phone number so that the lawyers can get a hold of her, please?
So council can run with circumstances. If it wants to focus on transition development as it's a step. Whenever you're.
Yeah. Hey, Tom. Tom.
I'll file dismissal in that case. I filed a dismissal.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I filed a dismissal on when.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
I'll sign it as soon as I get it too, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank you,
take care.
Counsel. Take care. May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
They dismissed that. So we're not too concerned. And they amended his conditions. He's hoping you dismiss the. Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case.
Yeah, they're making him go to intermediate sanction for facility for the 45 days. So he's staying in custody.
Okay.
It's on the zoning orders. No, I know, no, I know. I'm not trying to, I just thought I had seen all.
This will be nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I gotta call the, on a different case. But I gotta call him right now. It's already a case that's filed, so it's like, what do you really know? Right, okay, so that's where I was like, dude, does he even know that? Our investigating something? Okay, cool.
Hey, Pons, James, your guy just got a BVR on.
I know, man, how's that? My client, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him so many times that I feel like he's my brother now.
He's testing positive, so,
I don't, you know,
I'm putting him on for Friday. Let him know he's gotta be here, please.
no, he's here for Thursday.
Okay, so we'll see him Thursday.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm leaving traveling that day, so I guess,
You can Zoom.
okay, I'm gonna do my best.
That's why we have it,
Okay.
you know?
But what you, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Not Walker dismissed.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry.
Oh, you know,
Okay, walk in.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Did you take your 911? Did they still do that?
Thank you very much.
We're good, thanks. Mr. Clay, come on up. Good morning.
I have a motion to sub in your queue for Juan Rios.
I'll sign it.
Thank you, Judge. I
Have
appreciate it.
fun.
I don't know, just don't that 108 days old, so you have to. You said, and what else?
Judge, that bond violation that you just responded to for Herrera, he's one of our Monday, Thursday testers,
Yeah.
and those are just the confirmed lab results, but we've already addressed all of those results.
When was
Yes,
that?
so they send the bond violation whenever the lab confirms it, and the officer that was, I wasn't here that day that he first tested, so they didn't specify that the results had been addressed already and that no BVR was needed.
Did we address those results?
Yes, we did, because the first ones with like the methamphetamines and everything, that's why we put him on the Monday, Thursday testing. And then the THC was his next.
I don't see a
test.
BVR was ever filed though.
It's in pending. Or if you just.
No, I
signed
mean,
it.
when we first got that BVR, it would have been filed as a first BVR
No,
whenever.
it was his first setting that we.
Oh, that was the
yeah.
first set. Got
So
it.
then we tested him.
Okay,
That's a nice on Monday, Thursday.
Got
So
it.
those results.
Okay.
We've already.
thanks. We'll test him again on Thursday to see how he does.
Yes.
Regardless.
Is that how many, 6 hours?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Okay. All right, so 520 is always. It's just so. You're the same.
SHAFI.
Yes. Is she here?
Okay,
Motion a reset, but I think the case is older than 150 days old.
yeah, where we headed?
We're waiting on the RIP call and the 911 call. I believe the state has sent an escalated request.
Yeah, we've requested the 911 call twice, Your Honor. I'm not sure why it's not in yet. I would just request if we could just have one more sentence, we'll try and reach out and hound somebody to get the 911 in. It is,
Subpoena them to come to court. That's what I would do, so give them 10 days, subpoena them to come to court. And then if they provide it to you, then great. If not, then, but if they can't get you just the 911, then that's as simple as possible. Okay.
yes, Your Honor.
So a 10-day discovery hearing. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure.
Second through the 24th. Council Fleischer? Oh, yes, it was discovery complete.
Yes, and we have a big,
What was the big
that's a race.
Okay, how's the main?
Yeah, I'll watch this violation. Let's see.
Council Fleischer? Just on with you. Oh. That's okay. Good morning. Oh,
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Ayala. How are you? What's new?
I've got Serato on your docket, copy for the, like you see.
Thanks. You too. What's new?
Is discovery complete?
Yeah, she got a bond violation. She failed to show up to a drug screen. She was at work. She did test yesterday. She tested negative.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is she here now?
She is here.
I'm bringing her.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Come up, ma'am.
And I'm gonna reach out to this man in the message.
Sure.
Oh, so we can go face that.
I'm glad that you tested negative. Good job. Don't miss again, please.
Yes.
Okay, if it happens again, I'm gonna issue a warrant, okay? All right, good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Yeah.
Council for recess? Did you get your station? Were there any offers? It's May 20 through the 22nd. Hello. That'll be a required appearance that this position, they're kind of taking that. You're lucky. Yes, because of the age of the police. They considered it off. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, sounds good, thanks. All right. Did you find him? I heard you were looking for him. Council for reset? I was going to go ahead.
Hey, Carl.
Hello, Judge. Robert Shelby and the holdover, you wanted to, Bill Stratton had to leave, you wanted to.
You mind? Yeah, please.
You want me to put it back on to May 1st?
Robert Shelby, he was.
So I'd like to do PC. I just want to know, because it's a DWI second, there's also an evading. If you could just give me a brief rendition of what happened, please.
Yes, sure.
When he comes out.
Yes, sir.
So just.
Oh, we got Cerna back there? Vic?
No, Judge. He's still on docket. He's rolling. No.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I pull it up now. Yeah, the DMV.
Where is this guy? I want to talk to this person.
He's at 3rd degrees.
Oh, good, they got it. Okay, so, yeah, roll to tomorrow, please. Yeah, it shows for felony court. Yeah, we'll put him on for tomorrow then.
Have anybody else?
Yeah.
Morning, Mr. Shelby. So your lawyer was here before I got here and he had to leave to go to a funeral. So I wasn't able to, at that time to do conditions, but I want to put bond conditions on you because you now stand charged with a driving while intoxicated second offense. You're also charged with evading arrest in a motor vehicle, which that one is a 3rd-degree felony. You're facing up to a minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years in prison in the Texas in the TVCJ. So can you please give us, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On April 3rd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, an officer observed the defendant's vehicle traveling 117 miles an hour using a rear antenna radar. The officer observed the defendant weaved between vehicles in an unsafe manner, and a traffic stop was attempted. The defendant passed an available exit with no indication of stopping and ran a red light. After a 20-minute chase, officers stopped the defendant's vehicle using a pit maneuver. The officers moved the scene to a parking lot, and upon contact with the defendant, the officer noticed glossy eyes and bloodshot eyes with an odor of alcoholic beverage. The defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license, and standardized field sobriety tests were conducted. The officers witnessed 4 to 6 clues on the HGN, failed to keep balance on the walk and turn. The defendant refused the one-leg stand. The officer is a drug recognition expert and observed signs of drug intoxication. The SC was read, the defendant refused. A blood warrant was executed and blood was collected.
Can you run his license, please? See his license.
He doesn't know. So
At 117 miles an hour, Mr. Shelby, I'm now taking away your privilege to drive. I'm appointing you, Mr. Pruitt, here in the interest of justice now because your lawyer's gone to a funeral, but I'm putting these bond conditions on you now. And I want you to know that I will do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are not allowed to drive
Yes.
at all. You will be signing an affidavit. This is a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. And if I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not consuming. You will be tested for drugs and alcohol. If I find that you're using, likewise, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. If you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, now is the time to address it. Because if you don't, and I see that it becomes a problem while you're on bond, I will address it for you. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I am now sending notice to DPS that you're not allowed to drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock on it. Every officer in this state will know that if you're pulled over and you don't have an interlock on whatever car you're driving, they will arrest you and put you in jail. And that is a violation of your bond condition here. Do you understand?
Yes.
You're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. As it stands now, I'm taking away your privilege to drive, so you're not allowed to drive. You will get a device on your ankle so that we know that you're not consuming.
No, sir.
So he's not required to get the interlock unless you rescind that order for him not to drive?
Correct. You will get a STRAM device within
Right.
3 days. Within 3 days of your release, you will be required to get a STRAM device. And if you fail to do it, then your bond is going to be revoked. As it stands now, you haven't made bond on the DWI in your felony case. That's why you're still being held now.
That's a scram device.
It's a device that goes on your ankle
Oh,
so that we detect through perspiration whether you
Yeah, yeah.
are consuming.
Drugs.
All right. I just wanted to bring you out to give you notice of the condition that we're placing forth on you now. All right? Okay. All right. So we need him to sign this and then sign with Fleischer and then.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Carl. I appreciate it.
He's on to a family, you're not already, you know, whatsoever or with, for approved and properly said.
Yeah.
There's another bit of stuff. Which one? It's okay, don't worry about it. Okay. They're here. Yeah. You know, I didn't even know she.
So.
Mr. Delaney?
Right.
Mr. Delaney, so like this is. I'm gonna have this time here on the measurements, and then I'll pick it up. And then I have your next one of April 23rd, and it's really fun. I think that is a good job up there. Awesome. Mr. Subject, if you have any questions over this conclusion, you can contact the child services. Yeah, I just. And then you're all good. No, you're just good. Yeah. I still have the one that belongs to the no girl in the match. I have this one. Huh? Oh, really? You? I'll take those jewels. What are you selling? Oh, you're selling the chocolate? Okay, fine. Can you take, demos or someone? Okay. Can you help me? I have to jump in very
And are you here for,
Yes, sir.
What kind of bars is it from?
you talk to him?
Yeah. I think it's also going to go check it real quick.
Yeah, take your time.
You text her.
You don't want to give it
What's your? She's going all right, you know. This is my own.
I don't think that was Mr. Jones, huh?
Oh, wait. Let's go.
So I had, if no, and very solidly this.
That's not.
Hey, yeah, of course.
I am here on Mr. Gonzalez, Diego Gonzalez. We were waiting to hear from Ashley Geis. We have not heard back yet, Judge.
That's what he's trying to do.
Reminder that we had applied for PTI. Originally, she said no.
I remember.
Okay, this, yeah.
I know that she was out for a week. When was she out? State, do you remember?
Sorry,
So Judge Geis was out for,
she's back.
how long has she been back, do you know?
Today.
Today's the first day back? Okay, so we'll give it a week then.
No problem. Can I waive his appearance again? Okay, thank you, Judge.
Unless if it's denied, he's got to be here. If it's approved, could be here to do the TRAS.
Okay.
If it's still
It's
no,
done. It's done on him. Diego Gonzalez.
so if it's approved, I'll waive it for you to get the contract and all that jazz. If it's denied, he's got to be here so we can take care of it.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks.
Mr. Jones wasn't brought up today, so I'm just gonna roll him this tomorrow.
They didn't bring him up. What happened?
Didn't come up for Jones, I'm not sure, Judge, but I was gonna vote for tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's weird. Okay, yeah, obviously we can't do anything without him, right? Okay, yeah, we'll roll it. Yeah.
One of my documents. Is he here?
He's the one that doesn't know much.
Yeah. How much money they get on the examination? I know for it. So extra insurance. But then important early presentations.
Just wanted to make sure that, because I started this more. And it was they'll see those two. We're gonna be handy.
Give me
Issue warrant. 10,004 on the probation case. Sanjay Smith?
Here's what.
Hey. What new law items? Yeah. I don't see anything here.
November 23rd.
Yeah, but it's from last November.
Brown thing, oh, but the one. I'll look at. Oh,
Hey, Vic,
yes.
um,
Yeah, 17 and 18.
um, set it for a week, presence required, please.
Okay.
And then to test.
Please try it. I should. Yes, it's brings it. Yes. First. Yeah. So now. Yes. Yeah, oh, she was out.
Yeah.
What's the bottom of the page, thank you. What is doing, I'll talk about you. About this.
Dismiss.
So I think it's the issue. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. That's pretty. And he's actually doing some other function. It's yeah, I think they're research, so. That's.
Yeah. It's just.
Mr. Delay.
Yeah.
Delay, Senator Shield. You the rest. Okay, I'll. Mr. Delay. No, okay, sorry.
So that's just gonna some more saying. Yeah. It's the complaints. I still know. Crazy. Was this guy? Was this? Okay, okay. With this number. Man. How you doing? Good. I'm doing what's going on. We did. I recognize you. Doing good. I like it. It's good. It's just fun. It's a good experience. Yeah, it's fun for sure. Yeah. I was in your work life. Oh, not bad. You know, to the bend, they said exactly. You know, that's hectic. That's correct. There's pros and cons to both. Yeah. It's awesome. You got your work? No. We got February results. So. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree that early here. What's in the air? So that's in there. You guys talking about that? Yeah, I'm going to talk to the chief. Okay, I think I talked to him. Walk the whole time.
Yeah. You told me you put one in there, I haven't found it.
They can call this here.
There is.
It really talk to. I'll give you one second. So, but no, I'll look with the next hour. Yeah, it's nice. No, on. It lets him beach, but not hang my head down. Usually the sounds good. Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm not still super do everything. Figure out. I need. Joe Rick called on screen. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Yeah, it's pretty good. I used to have another here too. Okay. Yeah. Did you know the temporary both parts you can? Yeah. You're just going straight from lower. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's a skill like for a bunch of things.
Yeah.
See it so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably. Yeah.
I can't have anything else. That'd be a secret.
I'm Joel. Yeah, Joel. Yeah, that's cool. See, awesome. Yeah. Ancient. I know, there's maybe a approach.
Sure. We had a couple. I was going to ask you about if we could review PC on Jeremy Miller.
Always. You said Miller?
Jeremy Miller.
Jail or bond?
On bond, waived.
Say it again?
He's waived today, but on.
Okay. So it's a terroristic threat, 156 days. It's an old
I know,
case.
Your Honor, we've been trying to get in touch with the complainant. But I'll read PC, Your Honor. On November 3rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to 1504 Bench Loop for a terrorist threat call. Upon arrival, officers met with the complainant, who advised she's employed at Bentop Hospital as a registered nurse. Complainant advised that she was attempting to administer an IV needle in the arm of the defendant when the defendant stated, quote, "Bitch, take the needle out or I will kill you." Complainant said she for life.
I mean, why?
So I would argue it's a conditional statement, Judge. It's take the needle out or this will happen. I think based on that, it's not an imminent threat, but it's a conditional. If you do this, I will do this. So I don't think it meets the statute for probable cause.
I mean, Your Honor, I would argue that, threatening to kill her in a hospital.
I mean, can that possibly be the law? So anybody can ever, there's a condition, then it's never a terrorist threat,
I would need to look at the case law.
that would be,
I know there's somewhat of agreements.
let me pull up the statute. Hold on, let's see.
But I know that the way it's charged, Your Honor, is imminent serious bodily or death.
A person commits an offense if he threatens to commit any offense involving violence to any person or property with intent to cause a reaction of any type to his threat, place any person in fear of imminent serious bodily injury. I mean, it doesn't say if it's conditioned that, because the statement is he's saying, I'm gonna what?
He said, quote, "Bitch, take the needle out or I'll kill you."
I mean, show me some kind of case law that says that a condition kills it, and then I'm with you. But I mean, there's obviously it's a threat,
I can look at
and the needle's in his arm at the time, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, if you show me that a conditional statement it's no good, then I'm with you.
And then I also wanted to ask you about Todd Wallace. That's
I remember
the case,
Mr. Wallace. How's he
Right.
doing?
So Judge, I've not been able to have contact with him. I went by yesterday in person, trying to reach him and just have not been able to
Said
reach him.
it today because you couldn't get in contact with him, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I guess we'll book it.
And I spoke with Chief. He's essentially leaving the offer on the table of just an apology letter and a dismissal if he does end up back in custody. So
Yeah,
he
because
made a
he's-
note of that.
I'll leave the first setting to Your Honor if he does come back.
Did you put that in the notes
I
there?
put a note in there,
He
Your
put a
Honor.
specific note for
I'm gonna
us.
revoke it now just because you have no contact. If he should show up, then we'll talk.
The exact note I have, Your Honor, is proposed defendant is going to bond forfeit. When he comes back into custody, I will keep the apology letter offer open for 1
Yeah,
second.
we just don't know what circumstances are going on.
Yeah, I understand.
So, I'll do 1501. Or, sorry, 2501. Hey, so 2501 on Wallace. And I'm not gonna do a BO. Wine your line. Hey, what's up? I like your MSU stuff. It's good stuff.
Thank you.
Red.
Back on Delia, I don't see him in here. Probably, let me double check.
Now we're.
Did you roll?
Six. Do you have a?
No, he didn't have any, his number.
Like physical address?
Yeah.
911
I did a great job of this.
Lakes.
So, Greg, 5,002. I'm just gonna revoke.
Yeah, I
it.
figured until
Um,
he shows up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually get him. And at that point, we'll do exactly what we were doing before. We'll do it now.
Hopefully he doesn't pick up a new case in the meantime. But
Yeah.
yeah, all right, thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
Judge, I did find out too, they will pick up on Saturdays. I wanted to say that yesterday.
Should have done it. Greg, stay on? Will you stay on? Since you know about everything?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's, my concern is say I'm not here for the day.
pops up, but
If he pops up, you know, we can always Zoom. I'll call you. We can always
Fine.
do
I'll-
it through
yeah.
phone.
I also get someone to fill in if I'm not here on that day. All right.
Sorry, so we just had.
Okay, already. Again, no, it's okay. It's fine.
We're down now. Oh, yeah, that's, yeah, I'll go through this.
Okay. Right.
But you know, we do Galveston, work man.
Thank you. You too. Good. I would like to be staying on the UN. I don't know. Sorry, it's the name is the last one.
Yes.
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, do I have to do any more bail orders? Do you know? Did we revoke anyone other than Zelaya?
Yeah, the last one's from 2018. It was the smallest.
I didn't say.
Yeah, but I wrote them. But I mean, he did it.
It's just. So
He did it. So,
It's fluid.
I mean, there's no.
It doesn't make sense to, there's. You don't have that also. So.
That's okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's fun. I think we can talk about it another time.
Yeah.
It's my, it's in, it's in the meeting, but I was just wondering.
If we were gonna do PTI.
Right.
Yeah. I would just do it wait on.
I know, right? Okay. Are you opposed to PTI?
I'm not, like, I just have to go to PTI because I'm taking a picture. Like, it's just kind of a response. I said, you can see church.
Finally.
I agree.
Not before we that.
Agree with my friends, but something we have to do, but I mission PTI.
We can do it. That we talked about.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Have a good one. No, not really. You'll get us to-
Sure, yeah. Oh, sure. That's a cool. Yeah. Let's go get these. Yeah, I mean, you're. That's cool. Very cool. All right, so. Yeah, it was. How? Just kidding. He's got which yards. Good.
Judge, I'm gonna run over to Port 15 for a little bit. If you need
No,
anything,
we're
just.
dead.
You're welcome.
Well, so,
Well, they're almost done.
Your dog.
Oh, we know.
Maybe.
No, yeah, I know.
Maybe, yeah.
Did y'all get the pack paperwork? Hey, Judge. Prosecutors, I just missed you. It's been unbelievable. Can you check on that thing for pack?
Sorry, Tom.
No worries. Yeah, y'all, everybody has to do what they gotta do. I'm with you. We got another plea, so you're on the right after this side. Mr. Loyal, Alexander, come on, sign your plea papers.
Sir Pat, right?
Pack, yeah, Joshua Pack, time served.
Oh, I put the offer in everything.
You did?
There you go, Rich.
You know, I'll second your back, all right?
Judge, may I approach?
hey, Joe.
Good morning, Judge. We got Mr. Aiden Alexis Martinez, Judge. This is one that we've submitted a mitigation packet to Chief Geis, and we're waiting for a response. So I think we're at the,
Is it under Martinez?
yes, sir.
Got it. Okay. Is everything, they got everything?
Let me make sure real quick, Judge, and I'll see.
And that's your.
Yeah, we emailed the application and the non-driving affidavit and the our mitigation packet.
So assuming everything they got, we'll set you off a week to get everything.
Okay.
And then to the approval or denial. If it's, if there's nothing, if has not been approved or denied, I'll waive it.
Okay.
And then I'll get on top of them. If it's approved, have they done a T-Rise yet?
No, because we're waiting for a
Okay,
response.
so if it's approved, you got to be here to do a T-Rise. Denied, same thing to do something, otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thanks, Judge.
thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Hey, John.
Okay.
Is next to the, so you might.
That's fine.
So.
I get it. Judge, I have two pleas we're gonna do together.
Yeah.
You want to do them together?
Yeah.
We still have. about 5 minutes ago, he told me he sent it, so you wanna, Judge Mitchell, Loyola, you ready? State just sent the other ones, so you wanna do Miss Loyola first, and come back from.
Whatever you want.
Let's go ahead. Did it come through? One was about here, Charles. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, okay. Oh, wait. Now, we're ready. We're ready? I don't have to set it down. Okay, let's look good. Yeah, because they still have this paperwork.
What happened with upstairs?
We're gonna go on a 15 months defer down here. And it's gonna get resolved.
They're gonna dismiss that one in exchange for this one?
And no.
And the weed? Got it. Okay. You know, there's not many times that you're going to be afforded this kind of deal where they're going to dismiss a felony in exchange for a plea on a misdemeanor. So I would be very, very careful. If all this stems from self-control or usage of dope or alcohol, I mean, really, there's some people when they drink, they become the life of the party. They're happy, they're fun to be with, they crack jokes. And then there's some people that turn into the devil incarnate. If that's you, then this should be a wake-up call. If it's not, what's it gonna take, 25? You're charged with two very serious offenses. You have the assault down here, you've got the assault upstairs. They're going to dismiss that felony assault in exchange for this one. You're entering into a very serious probation where it's a 15-month deferred. This is a type of agreement where if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record, but it's not dismissed. If you complete it, there's no conviction, but you can't tell people it was dismissed. It's not dismissed. Just you complete it successfully, you don't end up with a conviction on your record. You need to understand that there's still an affirmative finding of family violence. You pick up another one of these, you're looking at a third-degree felony, another 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. Do you understand? You can also never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do? You give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement saying, look, I'm going to make it, and if I don't, you can put me in jail for an entire year. That's the agreement that you're entering into now. So for you to complete this successfully, you must do a batter's intervention prevention program. This is a tough one. This is a class that you have to attend once a week for 18 weeks. If you miss it, they're going to kick you out of the program. If you get kicked out, we issue a warrant for your arrest. We'll have a hearing here to see if you violated. No drugs, no alcohol. You will be tested like crazy to ensure that you're not using. You must also do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them as well. 20 hours of community service, $100 one-time donation to the family violence provider, no threatening or harassing abusive contact with Mr. Cockrell. Do you have children? I think that in lieu of community service, I would like to do a parenting class. And if she does a parenting class, then I'll waive the community service. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you're stuck with this until you complete it successfully or it gets revoked. Do you understand? I like to reward people. I like to encourage people to do well. And what I normally do is if you do well in this agreement, if you don't test positive for dope or alcohol, you get all your classes done and you're nice to everybody, I'll take you off in half the time.
Okay.
So you can be done in half the time. If just be nice. Don't pick up any new cases and don't use. You understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense of assault of a family member? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty now, Miss Loyola. I'm going to wait essentially for 15 months to see if you're able to comply with this. As part of this agreement, the possession of marijuana will be dismissed and your other case upstairs will also be dismissed as well. Do you work, ma'am? Do you get child support for the children or? Okay, cut her fees. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money. I care about you doing what you say you're going to do and showing up and doing it on time. The worst possible thing you can do is either pick up a new case or abscond. You just take off. That's an instant warrant in this case. You understand? So if you ever have any problems, come back. We can always work through it. We can talk about it, but just doing nothing and taking off, it's the worst thing that can possibly happen. All right, so I'll follow the agreement, send it to everything. Good luck to you, man. Please. I've never heard of the family violence provider. Is that the Houston area women's shelter?
Yeah, it's statutory, it's the $100 donation you're talking about. Or the
Blaze.
location. That's,
You said the family,
Sebastian.
huh? Oh, Sebastian put this on there?
The way he said it was like mandatory that's like.
No, I get it, but I've never heard. Do you know what this is referring
From
to?
what I understand, it's the actual program that the probation officer was directed to regarding.
No, the $100 fee to the family violence provider. Do you know who that goes to?
Not directly.
I'll email Sebastian and see.
I've never heard of that before. Houston Area Women's Center, I've heard,
Yeah.
right? Or MAD, but because normally in these types of cases, we do it to the hawk, you know, so.
I asked, I just
Okay.
knew it was mandatory, statutory for the $100 donation, but where, they chose that.
I don't know if it's like a shelter. I'll have Sebastian email provide information and try to see what that.
Judge, I got you. We're still waiting for the paperwork, Judge, but I did want to talk to you about Miss Free. Let me ask Richard real quick, because we're just waiting for the, Miss Free. We're just waiting for the PTI.
What do we do with Miss Free?
Yeah, we're waiting for them to give us the PTI contracts. She's turned in her application on that. I just forgot to ask Richard real quick.
State, is Miss Free, is she approved for the PTI program?
She should be, Judge. She's like a 0.1, she's like a. She's a 0.13, no crash. We've already turned in the application.
Still pending approval, Your Honor. There's no crash, no.
No, I mean, it's just a 0.13, just, you know,
0.13.
I mean, it should be a pretty standard PTI case.
If I could just have a moment to talk to Chief, Your Honor, and I'll.
Well, we probably need to reset anyway for them to get everything ready.
I know, but at least we can get the approval so they can get you the contract.
It should. No worries. I mean,
Still not.
still not. Okay. We're still waiting for the paperwork.
Are we on today?
We're not, just, we're just waiting to let that county work when they come by and kind of give you an update.
What's the word, Thunderbird?
Deal was to approach the judge and he was not there.
Do what?
Judge wasn't on the
Judge
bench.
Morton was off the bench.
He was off the bench, so,
You just reset it?
We got it reset, Judge. We are still waiting on, a couple things.
I'm just digging into whatever else I can still find, Judge. Lyft gave me some basic account records, so I wrote a search warrant to get the entirety of whatever records they have. And trying to see if I can get some call logs or historical data from his client's phone. My division chief just got out of a week-long trial, week and a half with the DA, so I know he wants to
Is
come
that the one that
down.
was yesterday?
Yeah. And I've obviously been sitting in that one too for the last week, so we're hoping to.
How long do you want to reset it?
We're set, I think, on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
We're set on
The
Monday
felony,
in here. We just figured since we were here.
No, you might as well. There's no sense in wasting time. So, yeah, whatever, what did you date? Did you get something upstairs?
We got a date, it's June 10th.
10th?
Okay, I guess set it for the same day. Are you gonna have everything by then? Promise?
Yes.
Cross your eye? Hope you're not-
Eye, heart,
A needle in your
whatever.
eye?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you. Have a
you,
good
Judge.
day. Take care.
It's not touch it, it's tomorrow. Oh my God, there's super stones. Oh, that's what.
Is the internet not working? What the flip, man? We can't get nothing to work in this place. I'm surprised we even have pens.
Everything. Everything's done. Oh, yeah.
Happy day, Judge.
Take care, guys.
Council, for reset?
Discovery complete on Obama.
Hey, Judge. Aviles,
Page one.
Okay.
just waiting on DPS to send their evidence over.
It's 150 days. You don't have anything? What?
No, we have evidence we need from DPS, so we sent it over and it hasn't been released. So,
Can you tell me the name one more time?
Aviles,
Sorry.
so that,
I have
so
a
usually what
prob-
happens is that you sign that document, the standing order, we send it over to them, and then when it's available, they release it to DPS, to the DAs.
Sure. But if you've sent it over a while ago and they still haven't given it, I'm gonna have a problem with that. You sent it in December. We're now 4 freaking months later and you still don't have it. That's unacceptable. So I'll set it for a 10-day discovery hearing, and if they don't have it, it doesn't get used. It's unacceptable to wait for 4 months for evidence.
Okay.
So no. So,
Yeah, it probably is delayed, 'cause it's on the.
I just released it to you.
Oh, I have it. So then we just need a regular reset then, Judge.
I'll give you a regular reset. Do you have an offer? Have you given them an offer?
Your office, your honor.
So at the next setting, you gotta let us know what you want to do. By then, it'll be 180. Okay?
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay, have fun.
Hey, John.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna let you do anything on that first.
I hear you. Clean papers, just pass it.
It's already. It's in there.
I know, but for some reason they're saying.
It's not, you can't, you have to redo it, there's already something.
We were just trying different computers just to see if we can get it over there any faster, because they. Don't worry, we just. No, 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 no. Yes, okay. We just wanna, yes, we just wanna chop on blazes, you know, just because it is, it's a post vacation. Exactly.
Exclusion zone.
John, yeah, I got it. Okay. Just came through. So, told you. I know, I actually.
Always going 100, man. Always going 100.
On your side? You want me to sign first, or you want to sign, and then I'm ready on. So I'm gonna, I think. I'm gonna sign this, and you sign. And then check my phone.
Called police and said that he was gonna let you know the information.
Should get this, that people were, football center. Give me judgment. Upstairs. Why?
Because I thought at the house. Joe specifically had to help with the first like. Yeah. So I went to go watch, I didn't know that she's all on the first like.
Here's a pro tip, don't go to 174 or the 176. Yeah, like,
Really?
don't go. Given a choice, just don't go.
Why? I think so.
So I'm live streaming, you don't just,
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I'm open about my distrust and hatred for the 19th floor, which has been mitigated by the election of Toto. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say hi.
yeah, so she just got out of that big trial, huh? Man.
Yeah, I think she was trying something. All I see on
Was that
Facebook
in
is
talks,
her doing
man?
weddings. She's done like 15 weddings or something since she took the bench.
Already?
Yeah, how many weddings do you do?
I've never done one.
So how does she do all these weddings? I know as a JP,
You get paid for it too?
so in JP court,
I know JP's making.
it's a good
like,
side hustle. As a district
Under
court,
GER, like, just crazy money for weddings.
yeah, a district court or county court, I don't know. Yeah. I've got an off docket thing, Judge, you asked me to approach on. Okay.
Just do this.
Okay,
plea.
you want to?
Just give me 2 seconds. Let me get them out.
You're fine.
Coming up, sir.
That's fine.
Good morning, Mr. Pack. You sure you want to do this?
As we talked about probation, we talked about the
You
different
have no
choices they have.
convictions. You have no as far as I see, no convictions. Now, after today, you're gonna end up with a conviction on your record from now on. you're looking at 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up, you know?
The choice is, you know, you can get the defer, you can get the probation that we talked about, but you decided to do the time.
When you plead guilty to something, it goes on your record and it stays there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. And it will affect you when you try to get a job, try to buy a house, try to get a car, a loan for something, try to get an apartment. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're old enough to know that.
No, I was lost when you was like 90 days at the.
No,
I was lost because.
No, what I'm saying, you pick up anything else in the future, from now on, it's a minimum of 90 days if you take this deal. Because they can enhance your punishment to a minimum of 90 days in the future.
You're not getting that as a time served deal. The
I'm
judge is.
served here, but what I'm saying is, you don't want to defer to try to keep it off? You just,
Sir, if you look at the computer, I've been in TDCJ before. It don't matter. It don't matter.
That's.
I'm just gonna
That's
be
not your
honest
business.
with you. It don't
I
matter.
don't see, I only get access to Harris County because I can't get them to give me access to anything else anyway.
I
So,
understand, but I can tell you, and I
Okay.
at my time, I done did my lesson. So if time served, I don't have to go to jail. I don't have to look over my shoulder. That's fine with me. I walk a straight line. That just was a unfortunate happen with my problem.
you're charged with resisting arrest. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. Like I said, this is going to go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, that's it.
I understand.
This is what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the officer?
I plead guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'll follow it. Good luck to you, Mr. Pack.
Give me
Take
1
care.
second, get you this piece of paper, go downstairs so you don't have to go court cost.
All right.
I'll be with you in just a second.
Hi. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Williams on your bond docket, Tavion is his first name. He came back to court today.
Frazier?
Williams, I'm sorry.
Oh, this is the dude from yesterday.
Yes, and he is
Okay.
present. Talked to Patrol Services, the labs did come back positive for THC. Yes, Judge.
Okay, come on up.
I think the offense date was March the 30th, sir, so a little more. recent.
No more.
Sure.
I'm going to test you 50 days from today.
Sure.
If I find that you continue to use, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Do you have a job?
No, not at the moment.
It's time. It's time for you to start working and being productive. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. That's what we don't want. I don't want you to pick up a 6th case or 7th case now within the next, that's it. I'm going to bring you back in 2.5 to 3 weeks and I want to see what you have done to get a job. If you've done nothing, you understand. All right, good luck.
And he did let me know he has enrolled in HCC for the summer session of college.
That would be great. That's great. But if you're taking 6 hours, you got to do something else as well. If you're taking a full load, then great. The more schooling you do, the more money you're going to make in this life. Knowledge is power, and with knowledge, you get money. That's what this life is about, not convictions. Do you understand?
Sir.
Good luck. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. All right. Is this from Mr. Wiggins from yesterday?
No. This is Mr. Broussard, who's the fellow who's in the mental hospital, which reminds me.
I remember. Yeah.
Can we turn the lights off? There will be discussion of HIPAA-related information.
Many people struggle with the meaning of this common English word. So for the sake of clarity, here's a few examples of what no doesn't mean. Yes. Ask me again. Don't listen to me, and just do it anyway. Now let's test your knowledge. I'm going to say no to you, and I'll wait for your response. No. Did you get that? The correct answer was, okay.
Sorry. Harris.
All right, Judge, bottom of page 13, called and said his citrus is.
I mean, it's a second time.
That's what I told him. I said, this is your second law. I'm not sure.
So he can pick another day this week.
Okay.
SFBF.
Next one is.
Really? So.
Oh, page 21, Wilkins.
All right, I guess do SFBF Friday.
Friday?
Yeah. You said Wilkins?
Yes, but on page 21, we found no PC. Are we expecting snow?
Hey, what do you want to do with Wilkins?
Yeah, right now.
That's the theft from the bike or,
I just want to talk to you. We're not missing anything here. Because Judge, I agree with you. I just want to make sure that we're not missing something here.
Okay, I'll put it on for 4:28.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
okay.
So Judge, we're waiting on James Sims. He has 3 cases open and that's it. I'm done. Oh, did we get all our dismissals?
What are they gonna do after next month?
Do y'all have all y'all's dismissals?
Which Sims cases are you talking about?
He has on page 17 and 18.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
Okay, so Smith, we're doing that 1 week.
Yes, but I
To peer.
did a date from him.
That's okay. Yeah, I get it. Who's
And then
next?
The other one is page 22, this, it's the AFM.
Okay, so you're just gonna get a reset.
Yep.
Okay, who's next?
The other one's in custody. Page 28, that one, you wanted a arrest in custody, which is done. And recommendations.
Local court is over with that. Create struck down to community potential, high risk. DWI, so with IUPS. Possession or nothing.
So sober court.
Is her name Lola?
Loyola,
Lola?
dismissal for Loyola.
Yeah.
I'm down with either. So whatever Mr. Sims wants to do. If we do sober court, though, he's gonna have to go do orientation first and then he does the plea. Am I right?
The probation officer can assist with that.
Hmm?
Would his probation officer assist with that?
When we do sober court on someone, because it's been a while, don't they go to orientation first and then we do it? Because they have to go through orientation and then agree. But the problem is he's in custody. So how do you do orientation?
I haven't done circuit report. John, you know?
That's a lot of water.
I think I did veterans court not that long ago, Your Honor, with the defendant, and they had to go through orientation. I think it's similar. They just go through orientation and then they take.
But in custody.
I have no idea about it in custody, Your Honor.
I would assume that if he's clean, to get a server, that he would be getting out, right? If it's probation.
I don't know. I guess look into it and look into it and see what the parameters are with sober court for someone who's in custody.
Because he wouldn't have bond, because the bond would be done, and there would be nothing holding him unless he had some sort of warrant or hold.
Yeah, I don't know.
Assuming he'd get out.
But so if he pleads to probation, and the program that he's waiting on in custody,
Yeah.
then it's still possible.
But I don't.
No, but he does orientation first for sober court, then he does the plea.
So he pleads here and then after orientation, we get the sober court, which court it goes to. Yeah, that's the way it goes. He'll plead and then we find out after orientation which court gets it.
Okay, then we'll do that.
And then later I have to do a transfer order, it's checking Silver Court.
Okay, so if he wants to do that, then let me know. We'll roll it to tomorrow because I got to go to the meeting. And then we can do it tomorrow if he wants to. Okay.
We'll just roll for tomorrow.
Somebody